Because Malaysia is a multicultural country, it's a known fact that we have one of the most public holidays in the world. And during these times, it's inevitable that we spend considerable amount of time on the road. So aside from making sure that your vehicle is in optimum mechanical condition, it's also vital that you look into your tyres. Which brings me to the question, how many of you actually pay attention to your tyres condition? We set out to ask a few of you out there, and this was the response that we got.
How often do you check your tyre condition?
Once a month.
When I feel like something's wrong with it.
Every month.
Like every 3 months.
Because usually my dad checks it for me.
How often do you pump air to your tyres?
Normally once a month.
I've never done it myself.
Maybe 1 month.
Actually, I never pump air at all.
When the pressure is not enough, your car will sway right and left.
I think once a month is enough because that's what my the service guy told me, once a month.
How do you know when you need to change your car tyre?
How do I know? When I check that bunga tu sudah kurang sikit, then I know lah.
I don't.
Basically, when it's bald.
When the tyre is flat.
Once my car tends to skid.
Maybe in like 5 months or 3 months.
First of all, my friend will tell me. Guy friends will tell me. Number two, if I feel like a bit doesn't have the grip anymore, then figure it time to change.
So then why? Why is a tyre check before your balik kampung drive or your holiday drive so important? The tyres are the only contact point between your vehicle and the road. They also have to carry your entire vehicle's weight, sometimes 50 times its own weight. They have to respond to your steering inputs, your brake and throttle inputs, while having to absorb the bumps and humps on the road. It's like how your shoes stand between your feet and the ground. If your soles are worn out, you're most likely going to be slipping and sliding around the place, and the same can be said about your car. The first and most straightforward aspect of tyre care is to make sure that they're properly inflated. If they're underinflated, it makes a huge difference as to how long these tyres will last. Underinflated tyres can also increase your car's fuel consumption, mainly because it increases rolling resistance, which in simpler terms means that your engine has to work a lot harder to get the vehicle going. It will also affect your car's handling and braking efficiency, especially in the wet, which can really compromise safety. Now, it is recommended that you check your tyre pressure as often as possible, perhaps once a month, maybe even more often, with a tyre pressure gauge or at your nearest tyre shop. Most cars come with a label by the driver door seal that prescribes the ideal tyre pressure, even for the spare unit. It is really important that you follow the inflation pressure recommended by the vehicle manufacturer. You should note that the inflation pressure written on the tyre sidewall is the maximum inflation that the tyre can take, and it's not the recommended tyre pressure. Now, if your tyres are already properly inflated and there's uneven wear, more often than not, it's due for a rotation. It's important that you do so to make sure that your tyres wear out evenly. Before rotating your tyres, it's always important to make sure you check whether they are non-directional or directional tyres, whether they're of the same size and the same brand. If they're non-directional tyres, you can either move them from the front to the back, vice versa, or in an X pattern. If they're directional, always be sure to check the arrows on the tyre sidewall, which means that you can only move them from the front to the back or vice versa. So how do you know if your tyres are in good condition? A tyre has a few main grooves, and the depth of these grooves indicate the usable lifespan of the tyre. Check the depth of these main grooves across the surface of the tyre using the gauge provided by the manufacturers. Most tyres also come with tread wear indicators embedded into the base of these main grooves, and when the wear is on the same level as these indicators, more often than not they're on their final stretch, and these tyres should be changed soon. Now, lastly, wheel balancing and alignment. A wheel is out of balance when there are vibrations through the steering, uneven or even rapid tread wear. Balancing your wheel is important not only to improve your tyre's lifespan, but also to protect your suspension and bearings. Uneven tyre wear can also be caused by incorrect alignment, and this can be felt through the steering when it pulls to one side, even though the car is moving on the straight road. When that happens, do consult your tyre service centre and get the alignment readjusted to its original specification. Alright, I hope these few brief points have been useful to you, so please get your tyres checked as often as possible and before your next long drive. This is Eugene from AutoBuzz.my. Safe travels ahead and thanks for watching.